Recording is going. So, here we are for part 2. I'm going to go ahead and give us a quick recap of everything that happened last time. So, where last we left off, you had all found yourselves in the town of Kenalla's Rest, briefly crossed paths in a tavern, and then tucked yourselves away in your rooms for the night for some sleep, intent on then moving on the next day. But then you awoke deep underground, seemingly. Unsure of how you got there, only that you were abducted and hauled away from your rooms in the dead of night. Separated from each other by stone walls and isolated chambers, but able to see and communicate, you were confronted with a series of simple but otherwise vague puzzles that you needed to solve in order to escape your confinement. One of the puzzles was solved quote-unquote incorrectly, leading to some minor threats being presented to each of you, but you managed to escape otherwise unharmed. Meeting up in the corridors outside of the trapped chamber, you passed through a doorway, found the gear that you had had in your possession when you'd been abducted, stowed away neatly in cordoned-off chests, and a note, presumably left by your abductor, welcoming you to their little maze of horrors. Apparently, they are an absolute sadist who delights in the pain and misery of others, and has chosen you to be their newest victims. As such, you have been presented with a simple challenge. Escape this dungeon that they have created and laid out for you. Whatever it takes to escape is what you are encouraged to employ, no matter how painful or self-mutilatory it might be. And self-mutilatory it proved to be indeed. For once you had recovered your gear and passed into the first corridor, the roof almost fell upon your heads to crush you under immense weight. But, acting quickly, Tuki Fletcher, the Crovan rogue of the group, found out the solution and plunged her hand onto a rusted iron spike indented into the wall. The blood drawn from this act served to trigger a mechanism that opened your escape route, moving you on into the next passage. With some healing magic applied to mend that wound, the rest of you moved on to the next chamber, finding another note from your captor, taunting and egging you on, encouraging you to take a block of cheese with you into the next chamber. Moving forward, you found yourselves in darkened corridors lined with cells behind metallic bars, an old dungeon, some of which still had skeletons and bodies of old prisoners tucked in the bedrolls. At the end of the path, you found another sealed stone door with a duo of statues on either side, each of which was missing a fang, and holes in the nearby walls, and the fact that the statues resembled humanoid rats. And a realization occurred. You put the block of cheese by one of the holes, and out came a flurry of giant rats intent on devouring the cheese you brought and you because they were hungry. But you proved to be a difficult quarry, fending them off, slaughtering like all but one of them, which ran off when it realized it was doomed, and sewn, surgically implanted, probably very painfully, into the face of one of the rats was the fangs that you needed to progress. Removing the fangs from the dead rat's face, you inserted them into the statues and opened the door to the next hallway, where you immediately triggered an arrow trap and just barely managed to avoid having yourself impaled. You found another note from your captor, taunting you and making it clear that apparently some of the information they're giving you can't be trusted, that they're being coy, giving you some hints and some red herrings, including a strange string of numbers that may or may not be relevant later on. You are now faced with 2 doors, one on the north and one on the south, and that is where we shall resume. So, I will bring everyone's attention to that spot. You are here. The floor is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Proceed as you see fit.
Right. I think I'm gonna open the northern door.
Northern door? All right. Stepping up to the northern door, you take the handle and push it down and open. It's not locked, and the door swings open with a low, ponderous creak. and a sort of like billowing cloud of old dust sort of rises up to hit your face, sort of making you take a step back and cough a few times. The room on the other side is much more dimly lit, the only illumination coming from a single, seemingly not a candle, but like a light source that emits an equivalent amount of light. A rod of brass with a few runes of Luma etched into the sides, emitting just the faintest yellow glow. There is a chest in the far right corner, a desk in the center with that candle equivalent on it, but otherwise, the room doesn't seem to have anything of note, at least not at a glance.
What about under the glance of an expert? I'm going to roll perception.
Roll it.
And probably get another low roll again because of the die. The comedy of the dice knows no bounds. It's just being a little slow to load. Perception.
Natural 20.
Never mind.
I'll
Nice.
the dice to prove you wrong.
Natural 20. Okay, Tristan. You look over Boron's shoulder, peering into this smaller room, and it just immediately occurs to you, like, even in the low light, you just detect, you just spot it. It's subtle, it's hidden. But the amount of dust that was in front of the door, that at a first thought might make you think that this room is not really in use, was excessive, considering how much is around in the rest of this place, as if someone was trying to throw you off. And looking further back, you see that against the back wall, behind that table, there's not nearly so much dust on the floor, implying movement and passage.
Right.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go in.
Well, I do believe that this is a very interesting situation. Look at the distribution of that dust. It's all over the place. I guess both them, metaphorically and literally.
Yes, it seems not much person has ever been in here. Very dusty indeed. Need good cleaning.
Too much
I wouldn't be
dust.
so sure. And then I just pass on the weird dust inconsistencies to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
Well, my
That's
phone's
weird.
yelling at me.
It is quite odd indeed. So, someone trying to play trick then? Huh. Another trick in a whole place of tricks.
Well, at least this individual isn't a one-trick pony.
I'm gonna hold my shield in front of me and walk inside.
All right. Holding your shield up and stepping into the room. Nothing happens.
All right. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna take the dodge action while I'm moving through here, cowering behind my shield, basically.
All right.
Gonna dodge roll with your shield up.
No, I'm not gonna dodge roll. I'm just doing it differently.
So you're holding a dodge action in case something happens?
No, basically, I'm taking the dodge action and moving.
Yeah, I mean, nothing else seems to be happening for the moment, aside from the oddities you've spotted so far. It just seems to be a room.
Okay.
Question is this thing, is that a chest there?
Yes.
Alright. And I guess I'd like to what would I roll to see if there's any traps on that sucker? Oh no, wait, why would I do that? It's like
Yeah, you have a bird.
yeah, sorry. It's like Ludviek then motions to Tuki. It's like, "Oi, Tuki. Looks like there might be something valuable in there. Would you check it?"
Sure, I can check it.
All right.
Give me a second.
All right. Make your roll.
I need a 2 screen. computer.
I have two
Yeah, me
screens.
too.
It's very convenient.
Know the feeling. I know the feeling.
10. Your nerves are still a little twitchy after your encounter with the rats and that arrow trap that almost skewered you, so you're not as attentive as normal, but you feel confident that there's nothing trappy about this chest.
Alright, I'll just try and open it. If it's not
Alright.
unlocked, then I'll unlock it.
You pry it open, and inside you see an assortment of what appear to be bandage rags, a few like bottles and jars of like salves and ointments. It appears to just be a loose collection of what's basically a healing kit.
Yeah, we can always use more supplies, yes?
Sure.
Healing supplies, eh? Like that healing potion from before.
Correct.
Can I do a medicine check to be sure this isn't another trick?
You may.
Alright. And there we go.
23. God damn, Ludviek. All right, so examining the contents of the chest, looking over the contents of the healing kit. As a Sunin, you've had plenty of experience with healing kits. It's just part of a Sunin's typical training and understanding. And this is a healing kit that does serve the purpose of a healing kit, but as you're looking at it, you start to detect that it has seen use. Like, it's not fully expended, but this is a healing kit that has been employed before.
Okay. Well, on the good news, it seems that this is definitely the genuine article. But it seems somebody has already used it before us. So, still good, but very curious.
Right.
Well, it sounds like we were not the first ones that were brought down here.
No.
Tristan.
What about the desk?
Okay, I need to actually bring something to your attention, Tristan.
Yes.
As you have that natural 20, and now you're in the room, as you're sort of continuing to survey your surroundings, eventually your eyes land on a spot on the wall over here. And you see one of the bricks in the wall is a little... The outline around it is a little too thick. It's not part of the masonry. It's a button.
Well, if there's one thing I know how to do, it's push a button.
Uh-oh.
Click.
You push it?
Yes.
All right, you push the button. And immediately the sound of gears and machinery in the walls clicking and turning and whirring.
Oh no.
And the grinding of stone as in the wall, like sort of back center behind that table, starts to slide down, revealing a secret passage into a claustrophobic chamber. Small. Only 10 feet back and 15 feet from one wall to the other, left to right. Unlit, save for the faint glow coming from Tuki's torch, Tristan's globules of light, and the little rod on the desk. Old, dark, dried blood stains are on the floor, long dried, and chained to the wall, emaciated, pale, and battered to all hell, you see a man just chained up to the wall. Emaciated, scraggly haired, like he's been here for a while.
You said there was a rod on the desk that was glowing?
A rod. It's
Okay.
like providing candlelight. Like perpetual light without needing to replace the wax.
It's a fancy candle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tea light.
sounds good. I'll take it.
All right. So,
So can I see this guy then?
Would
Does
you
he
look at
look
that?
alive?
he appears to be alive, but he does not appear to be awake.
Ludwig holds him back and says, "Wait, Tuki, can you make sure that this isn't yet another trick?"
Correct.
I can do it. I can.
Maybe put a wedge or something in the door.
Right,
Does
I'm going
anyone
to
have
turn
a
off
10-foot pole?
Right. 18 looking for traps or any other tricks. You're not seeing anything of the sort. If you had to guess, you weren't supposed to find this.
Ooh.
This is not part of the maze.
To which then...
Maybe this guy can shed a little light on who our
Good
captors
idea.
are.
So you said he was oh, damn it, I am sorry. So you said he was he doesn't look conscious, is what you said?
His head is down. You can't see his face. He's breathing, but shallowly. Has not acknowledged you.
Alright, so I guess I would move here. I guess I'd do a medicine check on him then. See what I can tell about his
Alright.
condition then.
Yeah, roll it.
Come on. Load. There we are.
Medicine.
Ooh.
11. Okay. In the, you have light to see by, but, given the circumstances and your own lack of, any kind of tools or equipment, a cursory medical examination is all you can really pull off, and while you don't have any, the finer specifics, it's easy enough to deduce that this guy's in bad shape. You don't know for sure how long he's been down here, but he's clearly been here for a long while. Like I said, he's emaciated. There are ribs showing through the thinning flesh of his torso. There are bruises all over the place. His skin is unnaturally pale, as if he hasn't seen sun or ring light in a long time. Guy's in a bad way.
Give the poor sod something to eat and drink. I got some in my bag.
To which, anyone want to wake our, anyone want to wake our friend here? He's in a bad way.
I mean, you can. You're right there already, and you know.
And do.
You're
So then,
trained in
I guess
medicine,
then
right?
Ludwig then takes one hand and politely puts on his shoulder and tries to wake him up, softly saying, "Hey, are you awake? Hello?"
Sort of jerks and twitches awake, then sort of just thrashes against your hand. Get away from me, you. Huh? Lifts his head, opens almost milky, sort of glazed over brown eyes, looks between all of you. Oh no, more. She caught more.
She? You mean you know who is the one is behind this dastardly maze of dangers?
I do.
His shackles, are they obvious of how to remove them, or are they locked in place?
They're just iron shackles with chains that connect to a bar that is riveted into the wall. But you do see keyholes on the shackles, presumably so he could be let out if ever she deigned it.
Okay, do you have a way to unlock these shackles?
I feel like I should not answer that in the presence of one such as yourself, but yes, I do.
What? This is freeing a poorly, innocently caged man.
The tools themselves imply that I use them for other things.
Well, people get locked out of their houses all the time.
A locksmith
I
is an
wouldn't know what
honorable
that is like.
profession.
A locksmith is an honorable profession. I'm a locksmith, and I'm a locksmith.
I'm gonna keep the southern door under surveillance. No,
okay.
I don't want any surprises.
Fair, fair.
Alright then,
So yeah, I take out my thieves' tools and start working on unshackling him.
All right, go for it.
Probably looks a little desperate to do so compared to any other situation you guys have been in.
All right. 12. It might take you a bit. So, you're starting work on the locks. You have time, so I'll allow that to be a success, but it'll take you a bit. So there's time for conversations while you're working on them.
And while that is going on, I'm actually going to initiate the help action by being a little obnoxious backseat lock picking like I know what I'm talking about.
That gives advantage, right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so you retain your 12 there then.
Wait, I forgot it already rolls twice. Dang it.
Yeah. It's okay. Flavor. It's fine. It's in character for Tristan to do that. Try turning your wrist that way.
Have you tried just hitting it really hard?
You have to wait for the pins to vibrate. Otherwise, it'll just break your lockpick.
While the peanut
I am
gallery
not
is
telling
arguing.
you how to be. I am not telling you how to be using your stone. No. Maybe let me do the work.
All right.
Fine.
So while they're doing
Well,
that,
while they're doing the arguing back and forth on the finer parts of luckkeeping, I guess then I would take part of my ration kit, which also includes, a water skin. Since he's still chained up, I would hold up the water skin for him for his mouth so he could take a drink from it.
Yep. All right. He gratefully takes a few swallows. Thank you.
Now, you said you know exactly who is doing this to us. We unfortunately are not in the know. What can you tell us?
Her name is Veronica Shayela. She's the Lady of Kenalla's Rest.
Is that the name of the innkeeper?
No.
I'm sure he had a hand in this.
Yeah, you never caught the innkeeper's name. But like, if anyone wants to roll a history check, you can.
Yeah, sure, why the hell not?
Of course.
Yep. One moment, I was just gonna
Definitely
write
not.
down the name.
Why are you good at history, Ludviek?
Sorry.
What?
Oh,
I've made two rolls this session.
Oh, I didn't even see Tristan's nat 20 there. All right, so we got a 22, an 18, a 21.
I'm not gonna roll.
Okay. Boron does not care. All right.
Boron is guarding that door.
All right, so 22, 18, 21. So all three of you actually know the name. Chances are you probably just heard it in passing. Veronica Shayela is, as this man said, the Lady of Kenalla's Rest, the village you were all in. Not much is known about her other than she's kind of a recluse. She's said to be a very pretty woman, but very cold and distant. She's like the governor of the town and like the surrounding like farmland. It's a small village with not a lot to it. She's like the equivalent of a baron almost of the small area. But she's not much of like she doesn't like walk among the people much. She is effective but distant, practical but dispassionate, it seems. So, but that's all you really know. The finer points of her history are not widely publicized.
Sounds a lot like my ex.
Your ex locked up people and tortured them for her amusement?
I mean, not amusement, but well, we won't get into all that. Anyways, I think I have a laundry to do. One moment, I'll be like 45 seconds.
Okay, someone count them. Anyways, so yeah.
I was like, yes, we've heard of the woman, but she doesn't seem the type, well, that we know of, that would be doing something this, well, frankly, insane.
Well, that's rather the point, I think. The psychopaths are always the ones who mind their own damn business.
She didn't mind our own business last night.
Well, you know what I mean, the quiet ones.
The ones you least expect, yes.
Exactly.
Same as through an animal kingdom. It's always the tiny pup you don't expect that'll turn into the fearsome wolf.
Are you guys getting done over there?
Is that
These are
about this
very
time?
old and have not been used often. I am sorry.
Yeah. It's at about
don't
this
have
time,
all the
Tuki,
time
that you
in the
finish
world.
with. Yeah, it's at about this time, Tuki, that you finish the first of the shackles and move on to the other. My name is Donald Halkus. Who are all of you?
Well, I am Ludviek In'ush, Paladin of Sonar.
Well, how did you find yourselves caught up in all of this?
Well, he just looks at the other two.
We went to sleep in the inn, and then we woke up here. After a rude awakening and forced back to sleeping.
She must have been bored then. I was previously running this maze before you, several groups ago. I came here because I heard rumors that people not from this area passing through would occasionally disappear, and well, it seemed curious. I wanted to understand why. If there was something wrong, I felt maybe I could do something to help. And for poking my nose around, I was rewarded with much the same as you describe.
Oh. So she did not put you through the same sort of trials?
She did. But I managed to make it to the end of them.
So then why are you back in here?
Because she doesn't let people go. The first note said that if you made it to the end, you'd have a day to run. It was a lie. She does not intend for anyone to escape. There is a way out, but it's hidden. I found it and passed through, and she was waiting for me with a whole bunch of other guards.
So she has help in this endeavor.
I mean, what are they supposed to do? Say no to their baroness? She's not just noble blood. She's an accomplished stoneholder and an accomplished fencer. And she knows how to make people disappear.
Ah.
Well. Someone who uses their power to abuse people like this for sick gain. It's antithetical to life itself. and Ludwig's hands just like flex, and his claws are just like flexing in and out.
Regardless.
Well. So, you've been through this maze before then?
Yes. I fear that some of the puzzles and traps change from group to group. I can't guarantee that any hints I give you will guarantee your safety or ability to navigate what lies ahead. She does keep me down here. I was the first to see through the ploy of her supposed final chamber. I think she keeps me around for that, as sentiment.
Oh, a sick trophy then.
Yes.
The way you talk almost sounds like you're hesitant to leave with us.
I want nothing more than to get out of here, but in my state, I'd only slow you down.
We don't have a time limit. Slow going would.
No, but
hurt us in the
if
slightest.
you wind up in a scenario where she pits beasts at you as she did me, I cannot fight. Not in this condition.
Not in this condition. Well then,
Right.
if you were in condition, do you think you'd be able to?
I would need a lot of time to recover.
Well, maybe you may not be able to help us in combat, but your intelligence and your wisdom will be most welcome instead. Here, to which Ludviek hands him from his inventory a staff and a single healing potion and a single ration.
I'd like to roll insight into the DM's intentions as to whether or not he wants this NPC to go with us.
I mean, you can convince him to go with you if you like. You can try it.
Okay.
Perhaps we just get as much as we can, and once we clear it, you can come after.
Perhaps. As in, you clear the puzzles ahead and then come back for me? I don't want to slow you down.
You could just follow.
I suppose I could.
Gives herself some time to recover, and then if she is waiting at the other end, you have not escaped twice. It is just us, and then you would have a window to get away.
I suppose so.
Alright, so... Alright, so I gave him each of those items then.
Yep. At this time, Tuki finishes on the second shackle.
Alright.
See,
I'll
I
get rid
told
of this.
you.
Right.
So what is it that you want?
Me?
Besides not to slow us down.
I want to live?
And then Ludviek puts a hand on his shoulder. Then live you shall. Follow behind us, and help us guide us through what you know about the coming rooms. Even if they may have changed. She can't have changed too much.
Not the layout,
After all-
but perhaps it's active. Yeah. I recall the next room. It's a large room, an old storage chamber. Lots of broken down crates and barrels. And there were beasts in there last time. Some sort of wild animal. I couldn't see well in the dark. Bigger than the rats. And decidedly more vicious.
Well then. We would not want to put you into a situation where you'd be forced to defend yourself. You probably could not do that in your current situation.
Oh, absolutely not, no.
I believe Tuki's idea of letting you follow behind us would be a good idea. Mostly, one of us could come get you and help move you up to the next room, or we could just call for you. Do you think you could move yourself, or would you need assistance in that?
He tests his weight on the staff. I'm going to make a roll here. And he manages to support himself on the staff. I think with this I can support myself.
Ah, good. Then I guess you rest in this room. There's a nice chair right over there.
Yes.
Gather your courage, gather your strength, and together we will make it out of this.
I hope so.
Right.
That's a timely music cue.
Indeed. And Halkus will go and park himself in that chair you pointed out. Or not, but yeah, Halkus. Donald Halkus. Not a great name in retrospect, but whatever.
Okay.
Very few people have names that are good. Thankfully, you are in the presence of one.
And utterly
Thank
so
you.
modest.
That's a kind compliment.
Tristain Viator.
Okay,
Anyway.
are we ready to go?
Alright. I am ready to move on.
Very good.
Did you spot anything, Boron?
Nothing.
Well,
Let's
did
see.
you overhear the conversation?
I got the gist of it.
Sounds like there's big and nasty ahead in next room. Sounds like we're gonna have to crack a few skulls. Hopefully, not too many.
Let's see.
There is something we could do if we are expecting a beast.
Do tell Tuki.
I happen to have a hunting trap on me. We could put it in front of the door and open it and lure it out. It will get caught, and we will have an opportunity to...
Beat the living shit out of it.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
That's possible. But maybe the beast, like the last room, the beast is hiding in walls. Maybe it won't show until we go inside. How good are you at sneaking, Tuki?
It's one of the things that I do better.
Maybe if we remove light from here on the wall, it would be a dark corner, no? You could enter into next room and you'd be under cover of darkness.
Well, if it's a beast, it doesn't quite help me if it can smell.
Good point. I don't know. Your call.
I'm willing to do it, and just hold out the torch for someone to take.
Don't put yourself into danger. Let me try.
We've been standing still too long, please.
Alright, so the plan
Ludviek,
is to open the door and pluck down a hunting trap. Am I understanding that?
Yeah, maybe. Can you do it diagonally? Like in front of me, basically?
Actually, which way does the door open to see if this even works?
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
Like, will it block Tuki?
The door looks like it opens inward, like toward,
Yes.
like into the room you're going to.
Right.
I guess that, I assume this is a thing. How do I ping again? Oh, yeah, that thing. I assume that is a torch right there?
Yeah.
Okay, then what Ludviek does then is snuffs that out so that this at least area is less illuminated around the door behind us.
Okay.
Okay.
So we create less of a silhouette.
All right.
Oh, that's perfect music. Thank you.
I'm not in control of the music. It's just random.
I'm not hearing any.
You might have to like make the window active so that it like catches up. Sometimes Watch Together has a problem where like and also check the volume slider for it. It might be muted. But I digress. Okay, so opening the door.
Yes, please.
All right, Boron, you grab the handle and push the door open. It lets out a similarly ponderous creak to the last one. And once it's only like a couple inches open, you feel something like you tricked a switch. And from further into the large chamber you've just opened up, you hear sliding metal. And something scattering in a location you cannot see. And Donald was not kidding about the size of this room. It is enormous. A high ceiling, support pillars at the four corners, and mounds of rubble from parts of the roof that seem to have fallen through over time. Or perhaps battle damage from previous escape attempts, crushing onto large piles of barrels and crates, many of which look to either be empty or whatever contents they had before are largely rotten or fallen into a state of useless disrepair. The chamber is, as I said, massive, and it is dark.
Fortunately, I can see in the dark.
Yes, to an extent.
That's Kenalla.
How big did it sound like the opening bars were?
It sounded like there were multiple.
Multiple. Oh boy.
Well,
We're not getting anywhere by standing around here, and doesn't look like the beasts are gonna attack us.
I agree. I'm going to start sneaking in.
All right, stealth check from you, Tuki, if you're sneaking.
Yeah.
All right, 10.
I am just rolling absolutely terrible. I have like +6s and 8s, and I'm barely getting.
Yeah, you're not rolling particularly great at the moment, but it's all right. So, whereabouts do you want to park yourself?
Probably
Not too far away.
just going to. I'm just moving the character to show, but probably around here, just so that I have something to hide behind if I need to.
All right. Give me a moment here. Okay. All right. So you position yourself behind some of the crates and barrels, tucking yourself down, sort of scan the darkness of the room ahead. You can't really see in the dark all that well, Tuki, so you don't see any sign of whatever creatures are in this room.
Understood.
Well, if there's one thing I can do, it's see in the dark. One moment. Let's see. I guess I'd move here, and I've got a 60-foot distance, basically. I can see as if it were bright light with my specific type of dark vision. So,
All right. Roll
I
a
guess-
perception check for me, please.
all right. Like my luck, I'm gonna get a 1 here. Let's see. Perception.
Just treat it like a medicine check. He'll ace it.
Nope. All right, Ludviek. It is a very busy and cluttered scene, and you're more used to natural environments. You can't see shit, even with your dark vision. You're like, this is just noise.
Just gonna
Ugh,
take
this
a.
place is an absolute mess. I can't see anything in here.
Just gonna step right there behind that pillar and just roll it myself.
All right, 16.
Tristan, how about you give us some of those dazzling lights of yours?
Oh yeah, he's just gonna bring those in the room now.
All right. You bring forward your globules of light, and those provide, what, 10 feet of light?
Yeah.
All right, I'll just create an aura of 10 around you and make it a sort of obnoxiously bright blue color. So that...
I can actually just put one on each of us for each of us to have a 10-foot thing. I think
It's yeah.
right. Yeah.
the way it's written, it doesn't say whether or not all 4 cast 10 or they're all each cast 10. I guess.
Are they
Okay.
positional stationary objects, or
No, I can move them around as long as they're within like 60 feet of me. I think.
no?
More or less.
Well,
All right, I'll take
They
a
only
minute.
provide dim light though, so
You can still see with
Which
dim
is the-
light.
It's better
Yep.
than no light.
that's true.
All right. Oh, so I'll just assume you're just putting a globule light over each person's head so that they can see.
Yeah.
That defies the concept of stealth for Tuki though.
Indeed. However you want to play it.
maybe throw that one in the middle of the room or something. I don't know. It's up to you, Tristan. You're the spellcaster.
Oh. I mean, let's be fair. Ludviek already didn't stealth when he walked into the room.
Nope. But Tuki still is. Sort of. Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know if that succeeded.
True.
So we're just assuming that it didn't.
I was assuming it did. Ignorance is bliss.
All right, there's a globule for you to move around, Tristan.
So it's not attached to Tuki. There we go.
Okay. All right, so
Let me go ahead.
Stealthed.
Let me go ahead and see if I can lure it out.
Actually, wait. Double checking. Oh, never mind. I can actually move these and any spot I want in this room from right where I'm standing. It's 120 feet.
Right. I can create 3 more of these if you want to position wherever. You can move that globule freely. You have control over that pin. So if you want
I
to...
think I'm going to keep the other 3 where they are.
All right. Well then. In that case, as you sort of bring your lights in, sort of providing a bit of illumination in the area around you, Tuki,
Uh-huh.
as you are sort of parked behind those crates, looking out, sort of concealed in shadows behind the crate, trying to survey the area, just the faintest hint of a sound hits your ears from your right side. And as you turn to look, like your heart like drops into your stomach as you realize something has successfully snuck up on you.
Oh no.
It resembles a snake, a long, thin, noodly serpentine body, but it's on multi-jointed hind legs with sort of smaller sort of claws out in front. It's like a much skinnier version of a velociraptor. And it has successfully, with a natural 20 on their collective stealth, snuck up on you. And the Slitherbounders get a surprise round, as I need everyone to roll initiative.
All right.
Yay.
They rolled a natural 20 on their stealth for a total of 25. So the odds of you guys detecting them before they got the jump on you were basically nil.
I'd have had to have rolled a 20 on that perception, wouldn't I?
And even that.
Oh, did I forget to click on my token?
16.
No, I
Too
didn't.
bad.
Awesome.
Alrighty, give me just a second here while I do the, let's see here. There are, how many of them again? Okay.
Wait, so these things look like the those little tiny dinos at the start of Lost World, don't they?
Kinda, like, they just look like snakes on legs with claws.
Kangaroo legs.
Dang, if only they didn't have legs, we'd have found a Tsuchinoko.
What?
Japanese myth. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
A limbless lizard.
Alrighty, so I'm just gonna go through these things one at a time here. So. Okay, un momento. And sort this by numerical value. And a lot of these you currently cannot see.
Yay.
Because they're off screen for the moment. Because they're not 20 fucking stealth. So, we are going to start with this one that will so there will be one that comes bounding forward and comes to a stop at the very edge of the light. Sort of comes bounding forward, comes up to a stop. So sort of a crest of feathers flaring up on the back of their heads. All right. The one that jumped up to you, Tuki, is going to attempt to, it's going to launch a multi-attack.
Oh dear.
Tuki was first, wasn't it?
Well, yes, but surprise round. All the enemies go first, and then the
Oh,
normal
no.
initiative happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so first it will attempt to bite you, and then it will make an attack with its claws. So your armor class is 15, so both of those hit.
Oh no.
Total of 11. I'm still alive. It's
You're still alive, but you are hurting as the Slitherbounder's lips sort of peel back to show like a line of razor-sharp teeth, and it pounces, claws stretch forward, lands sort of on you, and you stagger back, taken off guard by the surprise attack, and its fangs dig into your shoulder while its claws like rake down your side and your back, drawing a lot of blood. It is extremely painful. Before you manage to like shove it off, and it's sort of like comes to a landing next to you. Feathers bristling, tail lashing. It is hungry. These, like, as you sort of get eyes on it as it enters the light, it looks like it's starving. These things are hungry. All right, another one is going to come charging up to Boron. And it's going to just come bounding into the light. And is going to do the same thing. Multi-attack. Bite, claws. So a 14 and a 6. So both of those miss. So as it comes charging forward, teeth bared, claws raised, you bring up your shield and, like, as it tries to bite you, you, like, bash it across the side of the head, making it go wildly off course. It retaliates, bringing its claws forward, and you just catch it on your shield again and hold it there, growling in its face even as it hisses at you. Nice reflexes there, Boron.
Unfortunately, I can't take a reaction yet, can I?
I don't think... Can you do reactions on a surprise round? Let me double check. Let me Google it real quick.
That's okay. Forget it. I'll do it later.
Okay, yeah. No, you can't do reactions.
Okay.
All right. At least according to a tertiary Google look. All right. This one is going to dash and is not in your line of sight yet. Meanwhile, this one is going after Lion Boy. Ludviek, you are under attack.
Oh no.
And it is making a multi-attack. A bite and claws. 2 8s. I don't think it hits you because your armor class is goddamn 19.
No.
So, as it comes charging forward, you sort of see it coming. It pounces at you, mouth wide open, teeth bared, and you sort of flash out your hand and, like, sort of grab it by the throat to suspend it in the air. It manages to get, like, a small bite on your thumb, not enough to do damage, but it hurts enough to make you drop it. As it lands, it lunges forward with its claws to try and, like, get at your waist, and you bring up a padded foot and just kick it back, and it sort of scrambles out, sidelong, tail lashing. And with that,
menacing little beast.
Normal turn starts, and the Slitherbounder on you, Tuki, is, well, no, not that one. This one is going to come after Boron as well.
Give it to me.
Indeed. Multi-attack, and these things have pack tactics, so advantage on both.
Fuck.
So a 20 and a 17.
The 20 hits,
All
but
right.
it gets stuck in my armor because
yeah?
of heavy armor master.
So do you take no damage from that? What does that do?
I take no damage from that.
Nice. All right, so it comes lunging in with its fangs and, like, sort of, like, grabs you by, like, your, like, the shoulder plate of your armor, tries to crunch through, and it doesn't work, and it retracts and just kind of uselessly scrabbles against your breastplate for a second before you shove it back.
Ah.
Tuki, it is to you.
Alright. A bonus action aim to give myself advantage to potentially get a sneak attack off.
That would be great for you.
Yep.
That'll definitely hit.
What's that?
So you get damage and sneak attack damage.
17.
17, okay. This
Nice.
Slitherbounder has hurt you tremendously, but as you sort of get your bearings, you spot this sort of weak spot, like, and it's like on the underside of its jaw where the scales and the tissue look soft. You pull out your sword, and with like this needle-like flicker of silver in the otherwise dimly illuminated space, the blade punctures up through the underside of its jaw as it's coming up for another bite, up through the bottom of its upper jaw and out through the top of its head, and it just falls limp against you with a final raspy before you pull the blade out and kick it away. Wait, no, not all of them. Okay, apparently all of these things share a health pool, which is incorrect.
Oh no.
Yeah, one moment, please. I need to go through and fix that, because I don't want to remove hit points from one and have all of them lose hit points. That would be
okay.
not great.
Oh no, we encountered
you-
the hive mind.
Did you copy paste them?
Yes.
Maybe that's why.
Yes, that's why. I'm just disconnecting them from the stat block in the tokens, in the characters thing. Okay, so now if I remove this one's hit points to 0, there we go. All right, boom, and I'll just move it back 5 to give you some space. So that one's dead. All right, that was your action, I believe.
Action, bonus action, and I can't move because I aimed.
All right, so that ends your turn then.
Mm-hmm.
That one is dead, so remove it from the turn order. Tristan, you're up.
All right. So, is the guy there still hanging on to Boron, or did he knock that off?
For flavor, we'll say it's like pressing against his shield. Like its feet are firmly planted on the ground, but it's like scrabbling against his shield.
Okay. So, Tristan is going to see that one doing the thing you just described, and he's going to close one eye, make a little finger gun, and take aim at it, and he's going to go boom as he like brings the thumb down like, you know, little flintlock hammer, which I imagine don't exist in this universe, but shut up.
But it's funny. Go for it, by all means.
To shoot a firebolt out of his finger that hopefully does not miss after that.
All right, that is a 13. That just hits.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and give us damage for that. You can 6 points of fire damage. All right, so you loose this bolt of flame from your finger that blasts against the Slitherbounder's side as its attention turns to you.
Huh, that part wasn't supposed to happen.
All right, so that was your action. You still have a movement if you want to take one.
I think he's perfectly fine where he is now, because moving forward would be a disadvantaged position, and well, the only way to go backwards is to go into the hallway, and that's a terrible place to be to shoot these things.
Well, you can just take a step back and get out of the
Yeah.
reach of this one.
There.
All right, you take a couple steps back, ending your turn.
Yep.
This Slitherbounder here is going to use its action to disengage. And it is going to go scuttling back. Sort of leaping and scampering over the debris. These things seem to have experience navigating this environment, unhindered by the debris around you.
I see. And I'm still engaged with this one, so Javelin is no option here. Okay, guess
All right, it is Boron's turn.
You can stab with it. You don't have to throw it.
Yeah, javelins can be used in short range.
Yeah, but I'm taking my axe for that. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna move around this guy that is kind of still stuck biting my armor, and gonna hit it with my axe, I guess. Dip, 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 dip.
All right.
Where's it? There.
15 hits. Give me damage.
Very good. How do you guys roll damage and
You just
attack at
click
the
on
same
where
time?
you just click on where it says battle axe above or below Euro rules there. 12.
Right.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
All right, so a telling blow. You bring your axe around and crunch it into the Slitherbounder's side, and the blade bites deep, and you just straight up like cut off one of its spindly little arms. It lets out this agonized as your axe bites in, it sort of scampers off to one side a bit. It is in a bad way, but it's also still alive.
Okay. Can I have anything to do? No, not right now. Okay, that's it for me, I guess.
All right, Ludviek, you're up.
All right, then. All right, so you can do your action, bonus, and move in any order, right? Or does it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do them in any order.
All right, well then for action, I am just going to single-hand Warhammer, because I got that out right now, and just attack the little guy right in front of me.
All right.
Give it to
Natural 20, nice.
Crit.
Let's-
Alrighty. So
You
because
need
it was a
another
critical hit,
D8, I believe. Yeah.
yeah, you add another D8 to the roll.
Oh, another D8? Okay.
Yeah, because on a critical
yeah.
hit, you double the dice. Okay, so that was an 11 plus whatever the second D8 was. You
4.
rolled max on that, so it would be an 11 plus 8.
Oh, okay, cool.
11 plus 8, so 19.
So 19. Okay, so
It is a fine paste.
Yep. So you bring your Warhammer around as this thing comes leaping at you again, and crunch it so hard in the side of the head that like scale and flesh and bone splinter, and its whole head just gets pulverized into goop. And its spindly body kind of like goes spiraling off like that one video of a dog tossing a snake out into the fields. It's kind of like that.
Well done.
So its corpse just kind of lands there.
All right, and then to which, yeah, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. And I'm going to then move. All right, let's see. I got 35. I can move. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna move right here then, and then for a bonus action, which would be in a 10 feet radius. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to instigate this. Okay, come on. Post it. Dang it. How do I tell it to post to the thing? There we go.
Ooh.
Daunting roar.
Yeah. Just prevent that creature from attacking one of us again.
Alrighty. Wisdom saving throw.
So,
DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength modifier.
Proficiency.
At this level, I think it's plus 2.
That's yeah.
14 DC?
Yeah, it's 2. 2 plus 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. So I guess that'd be
So
whatever
it's-
the
So 8 plus 2 comes up to 10, so then plus 4 from strength mod for a total of 14.
14. Okay, cool. Yeah. Math.
Nat 1! Alright.
Oh,
I'm so sorry for
great.
this guy. Gets his arm taken off and gets the shit scared out of him.
Alright, so it is frightened of you. Conditions frightened. Creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and the creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear. Alright. That ends your turn. Hold on a second. Someone's knocking at my fucking door. No! It's not time!
So basically, this thing just saw me pulverize its friend's head, and I just roar at it, and just like, shit!
Heckin' grandma. Alright, so, now then.
Do I need to make a wisdom saving throw as well?
No.
No. It's only towards enemies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Ludviek, you come charging in, and you belt out this loud lion's roar, and as you do, the Slitherbounder you can see in front of you that it just got smacked by Boron takes a step back. It's clearly it's scared. It is scared.
Dumb thing to know, but I think that also affects anything I don't see. So if there was another Slitherbounder within 10 feet of me, I think it also would be affected.
I mean, not within 10 feet at the time you did that.
Yeah, within the time I did it. So anything.
Now though,
Yeah.
another Slitherbounder comes charging in from the darkness,
Oh, no.
And, yeah, and it pounces at you with a multi-attack.
Wish I had that knuckles sound effect. Oh, no.
Okay.
Trigger an attack of opportunity for me?
I
No, probably
don't.
not.
I don't think attacks
Oh,
of
well.
opportunity are triggered by creatures attacking other things than you. It's largely
No,
just when they leave your space.
That's not, but by movements. But it could have moved in a way that it didn't. So
Yeah,
that's
no.
okay.
Its route was. Well, no, that's incorrect. Its route was basically just that.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So, a 6 and an 11. Does neither of those hit you? So it
Just to
comes
clarify,
charged.
is an attack of opportunity when someone tries to move away from you?
Yes, it's when they attempt to
Yeah.
leave your 5-foot range.
Okay.
Correct.
Unless you have
I'm just used to having polearm master, so
Yeah. So,
I'm
so,
sorry.
so this Slitherbounder comes charging in at you, Ludviek. You see it coming, and you turn and like just sort of bare your teeth at it and let out a residual growl, and like that doesn't scare it off, but it does cause it to sort of falter a bit in its attack. It makes it easy enough to sort of shoulder off, and it hisses angrily at you, but otherwise it doesn't do anything. That Slitherbounder is dead, so it's out of the turn order. All right, top of the round. The Slitherbounder that was terrified by Boron
No.
is going to.
Oh, it was terrified by me.
Oh yeah,
Not
by you
Boron.
rather.
Boron fucked it up.
Yeah, no, Boron fucked it up. You're right. Is going to. It's going to take its action to disengage.
Damn it.
And it is going to fuck off down here. This goes running away with a shriek.
Would that instigate Boron's attack of opportunity?
No, it took an action to
Unfortunately, no.
disengage. Disengage prevents attacks of opportunity. All right.
I'm learning.
Tuki, it is to you.
I'll just get right up in here and shank this little one.
All right. I believe because it has so many people already on it, you get advantage. It's like flanked.
No.
That's
Unless I'm mistaking that for something Baldur's Gate
sneak-
does.
sneak attack is you have to have advantage to get sneak attack unless an ally is within 5 feet.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So I don't have advantage, but if I hit, I do still get the extra damage.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead and roll that. I need to actually be AFK for a minute. It's time for Grandma's meds, and it's important, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Now
That's okay. I'm waiting for the sheet to load. Hiya.
Nice. That should hit.
That is good hit. Tuki is going to need some healing after this one.
Oh, I should probably be the last one healed because I am going to deplete resource if you keep worrying about me.
Well, that's okay.
Hero, your health is low. Do you have any food or potions?
I have a healer's kit.
That's for
rogue is
making
about
people
to die.
stable who go below 0.
Yeah, so that I didn't have to roll medicine checks. But also being a thief, I can do it faster. It doesn't take my action.
Cool. I don't know, depending on how we are after this, maybe taking a rest wouldn't be a bad idea. I don't know.
Short rest at least.
So that's going to be 14.
While he's grabbing his grandma's meds, I'm gonna grab a drink.
Sounds like a good idea. I'm afraid the coffee that I had really woke me up.
Apologies for the wait. Had to give Grandma her meds, and I got myself a snack in the form of Hershey's.
Good.
All right. Total of 14 damage. Ouch.
Correct.
It is barely hanging on as you sort of come slithering in. Well, not slithering in, but like darting in there, Tuki. You find this little gap and thrust your rapier through and stick the Slitherbounder in its side, and it lets out this agonized little as like the blade punctures deep, but like it seems like it's in the middle of an adrenaline rush. It is up, but barely. It has a single hit point left.
All right.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn before we turn it over to Tristan?
Sorry, let me check my inventory because I forgot that I have a bonus action to interact with items. I don't think I have anything unless you let me punch it in the face with a bear trap.
Not as a bonus action.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, Tristan, it's to you, man.
Or actually, sorry, let me backtrack that. I will bonus action disengage to get out of
Wise.
the way of Tristan so that he can shoot.
Probably a good idea.
All right. Tristan, it is you.
Well, gonna move in. Yeah, I'm gonna move there. I'm assuming again that doesn't look like there's a crate. I mean, there's a barrel, but whatever.
I'll allow it. You're fine.
You
With
say
this
that
weird,
like,
with this weird ass Venn diagram of lights we got going on. I'm just gonna get rid of the Venn diagram of lights at this point because now it's more distracting than helpful.
yeah.
All the enemy
Alright.
tokens are revealed at this point, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, I can see these guys.
Yeah, you are aware of all of these enemies now. You can't necessarily see them without a globule, Tristan, but like you are aware that they are in the room, hence why their tokens are visible.
Let me read one thing.
Basically, they didn't take the hide action yet.
Yeah, and they aren't classified as rogues, so they can't do that as a bonus action.
Oh, I can move these as a bonus action. Awesome. Why did I just close out my sheet?
I don't know, why did you?
I don't know.
Force of habit?
No, I think my brain was treating it like I looked up the spell on a web page instead of in my own sheet. So anyway, yeah, so seeing as I can move the thing, since I'm aware of the general area, I'm gonna move the one globule bloop over there, as a bonus action.
All right.
And then do another finger gun firebolt at that guy.
All right. With all the debris between you and it, I will say it has half cover, so it'll have a bonus to its armor class. Go ahead and make your spell attack roll.
I already did.
Ah, okay. And what was it? 14?
14.
Okay. Let me double check a thing here.
Probably just misses.
Yeah, with cover, half cover, it gets a +2 to its armor class, bumping it from 13 to 15. So yeah, you just missed, Tristan. Your firebolt sort of goes sailing through, like sort of trying to dart and weave between the various crates and barrels and whatnot, but it's a very thick environment, and as a cantrip, the firebolt is very hard to direct, and so you kind of just hit the barrel right in front of that Slitherbounder, making it jump and...
I'm gonna roll a D100.
Oh?
Does a 74 mean the barrel's now on fire?
No, Firebolt's not a strong enough spell to start fires like that, I don't think, unless that's what you're actively trying to do.
It does, actually.
Oh, it does?
I mean, a match can start a fire. If a firebolt's less fire than a match, then I don't know how it does anything.
Okay, I mean...
If this is damp, really damp, I would say probably not. But
Okay.
Flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, then yeah, that barrel is now on fire.
Yay.
Light source.
So you got something out of it.
You started a fire in an enclosed room?
Yes! We can see better.
Your oxygen's gonna go away pretty fast.
We have a time limit.
Have you heard of the canary in the coal mine?
I have created a time limit.
Canary in a coal mine.
Pyromaniac.
That is me. I am the canary. You have just turned it into a coal mine.
Okay, it's not that big of a fire yet, but there should now be a fire on the... There we go.
Yay.
All right. So that'll start spreading as turns go on.
Huzzah.
Hooray.
All right, it is
And that's
to
it.
it is to the Slitherbounder you just shot at, Tristan. It doesn't like you now.
Most people don't.
Well,
Some
it's
reason.
going to make its displeasure at you known with a multi-attack.
Hmm. Wow.
So a 9,
but-
I'm pretty sure, misses you.
Yep.
A 15,
The claws
however,
do
will
hit.
hit. So you
Yes.
take 3 slashing damage. As it comes bounding forward, teeth bared, it like snaps at like your ankles. You manage to take a step back, but as you do, one of your feet is still forward, and its claws like grab onto your calves and just rake back, shredding flesh, and it hurts like hell.
Pretend that was a little more emotive.
Let's see here. And it still has 20 feet of movement left, and it doesn't seem particularly bothered by the prospects of you hitting it. So it's going to move away from you. Technically, this would prompt an opportunity attack from you if you want to attempt one.
Yes.
All right, this will be in melee, I believe, because I don't think you have a feat that lets you do it with spells. So, what do you have for a melee weapon?
A knife.
No! All right, roll it.
Actually, let me look up one rule.
One rule.
To rule them all.
Well, I was gonna go. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
I don't get it.
It's a song. That
That
is
would
making me
explain why I
dated.
don't get it.
It's
I
making me
think
feel
it's Linkin
dated.
Park.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, what-
Meteora, right?
It's on the album, yes.
So, what you're saying is a spell is an option.
You have Warcaster.
Yeah, you need a certain
Only,
feat, I think.
only if you have Warcast.
What if it emits from me in a cone shape?
Nope. Do you have Warcaster as a feat?
But what if the range is from me?
No. You need the Warcaster feat to use spells for attacks of opportunity, I believe.
Correct.
Any spell.
Okay.
So it's gonna be with your knifey.
All right. Knife.
All right, no, that actually does hit. You hit it, so give me your damage there.
Huzzah.
5.
Ooh,
All right, so like surprising it and me, you managed to land a pretty telling blow with your knife as it's running away. You sort of like as it's turning, you bring your dagger forward, sort of out from under like the folds of your robes into its side, and its own run kind of causes the blade to like rip along its flesh as it sort of shrieks back and away from you with this long gash sort of along the barrel of its body. And it goes scampering away into the shadows.
Now you know how it feels, you vile cur.
Boron, you're up.
Boron is gonna move in a weird drunken style way. First he's gonna move over here for 5 feet. Then he moves away, and the Slitherbounder gets an attack of opportunity if it wants.
It does want.
Okay, give me one.
It is gonna go with its bite. That's a 20, not natural.
Oh, okay. So that hit.
Do you take damage?
Unfortunately. Yeah, I take 2 points of damage.
2 points. All right. As you sort of start turning from it and moving back, like, it remembers that you took off its arm, and it's determined to make you hurt for that. And it sort of like snaps its teeth out and like catches you like on your upper arm, past your forearm, but under your shoulder as you're going by, as if it's trying to return the injury. But you manage to shake it off before it can do too much.
Oh, it's okay.
Still hurts, but it's not too bad. You'll be fine.
15. 23. I'm getting there. And I'm taking a slash at this guy.
All right.
Here.
21. All right, yeah, you got it. 8. All right, as you come charging toward this slitherbounder, it's like it appears like it's trying to like get a better angle, but it sees you coming, turns sidelong, bares its teeth, hisses at you, and you just bring the blade of your battle axe down on the back of its neck and just cleave its head from its shoulders, long neck and all, and the whole thing just slumps to the ground and twitches a few times as lingering reflexes make themselves known, like, hey, hold on, this ain't right.
What?
Yeah, like its body is realizing something's missing.
Yeah. Okay.
In those last couple of split seconds before death takes it. All right. I believe that is everything. Anything else you wish to do on your turn?
I'm gonna kick the carcass as a bonus action.
Okay, you dishonor the dead and bring it to Ludviek's turn.
Yeah.
All right. Second. What is this again? That is. And just checking distance. Thank God for this ruler. It's measure. No, center line. Yes. All right. Okay, yeah, easily. Ooh, wait.
There's
Ooh.
still one in front of you, though.
Yeah, but that one's currently scared of my ass, so...
No, that was the other one.
Oh, that was the other.
The one that Boron just killed, I believe, was the one you scared.
Oh, right. Okay, I got the mix.
I should have given it a mark to indicate that it was frightened, but I forgot to.
We'll do that for the future. It's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, explains why it ran away, bitch. Anyway. Okay, you know what then? Yeah, you know what? Still got that Warhammer. Can I just okay, sorry. Question. I have it's a one-handed Warhammer, can be wielded as two-handed, but I have a shield attached to the other arm. Do I have to take an action to switch to two-handed? Or...
You can drop your shield to the ground as a free action to swap to two-handed.
Okay.
You have to pick your shield back up afterward.
Yeah, okay. And that would cost an action or a bonus action?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like a bonus action to interact with stuff in the environment, like picking shit up.
Gotcha.
Usually,
okay,
yes,
well then.
but shields as a full action, really.
Because they're bigger and more cumbersome to get properly. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, it's great shields that cost an action. Or is it shields?
No,
Just normal shields. There's no difference in shield types here.
Ah, okay. So picking it up would cost an action, or would dropping it cost
putting
an action.
putting it on.
Yeah, putting it on
is
an action.
Yeah.
All right. But I'd lose my AC.
But just dropping it as a free action, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm probably just gonna do that. He's gonna let his shield drop, go two-handed, and attack the little sucker right in front of him. So I'll just have to remember I'm down 2 AC then for that. I think it's 2 AC, or is it 1?
It's 2.
It's 2. Okay.
I'll just decrease your AC on your token to 17 for now.
All right, cool. Well, Warhammer two-handed down on the little guy.
Yeah, that'll hit. Don't bother rolling damage. He had 1 hit point left.
Okay, I went Gallagher on this guy.
Yeah, I mean you can roll damage anyway if you want me to use that as a metric of how thoroughly you pulverize his ass.
Sure,
it's not required though.
Let's do that.
6.
All
right.
4.
All right. It's not like a magnificent pulverization, but you do bring your weapon around and crunch it into the creature's face, and then as its snout sort of like is shoved back into its brain, And it dies quite unceremoniously and just kind of crumples to the ground and curls up in a heap of despair.
Oh.
So it is removed from the turn order as it is a corpse. All right, before we get to Tuki's turn.
Oh wait, I'm not. It's still the movement. So.
Oh right. Well, I'll
to...
take that opportunity to start spreading the flames regardless.
Yay.
Oh joy.
Because they're gonna do that.
Let's see. Then I'm going to one. Oh wait.
We really don't want Donald to live, right?
Okay. Do we count diagonal 5s or? Only
I allow diagonals as 5s.
Okay. All right. So.
You know, you can click. You can drag your token and right-click, and it'll measure how far you're traveling. And then you can right-click again to like mark a spot where you're turning.
Okay.
Oh.
Like.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like this.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Well then, I am that is within my 35 feet I can move, so I'm going to move myself right here. Just basically put. I'm katsu. No, what? Damn. The term where basically the guy just like between the wall and you.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Hatsudan. That's it.
So you use your movement action to get up there. As far as you can go, though.
Perpendicular.
Yep. Now it's Tuki's go.
Swapped my bow and aim and shoot.
All right, roll it.
As soon as the sheet reloads, I can't move it out of the way so that I can see the map, so I keep closing it between.
Right. You know, are you like Xing it out or just doing the minimize thing where you double click it?
I didn't know you could do that.
It's very handy. I have like 8 tabs minimized at any given time. All right, short bow 21. Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
14.
All right.
14.
Alrighty. So you draw back another arrow, or you draw back your first arrow rather, and fire through the air. It shoots through like a dark, silent whistle. Hits the Slitherbounder right in the eye as Ludvik's coming up on it. It and crumples to the floor in a decidedly dead heap, bringing the fight to an end.
Okay. Now to panic about that fire.
Yeah, you do have a fire to worry about.
I'm gonna go grab Donald.
All right.
Where's the door?
There is a door sort of on the northern wall, sort of far side of the room from where you entered. You see you sort of casting your eyes about, and, you know, firelight is making it brighter.
Excellent.
All right. I'm gonna just roll a quick perception, thanks to the light and everything. Do I spot any water barrels or anything that could be putting out this fire? Like even a heavy tarp. Even a heavy tarp would help.
You know what? Roll me a d12.
D12. Okay. Slash 1d12.
6. You sort of cast your eyes out for a minute, and I'll say, yeah, you eventually see, like, it's very much like moth-eaten, but you see like an old rolled-up carpet, like a rug you'd put out in front of a fireplace, sort of tucked in one of the corners. Again, it's like it's old, it's tattered, it's moth-eaten a bit, but like maybe it'll work. It's like down here somewhere.
Damn. All right. Well then, guess he's gonna run for the damn thing.
All right.
While he does that, Boron's gonna make a beeline for Donald.
Okay.
Try and grab him.
Okie dokie. Tristan is taking measurements. What you doing there, buddy?
I'm trying to see if a moth-eaten... This is a huge fire.
Yeah. It's almost like, you know, maybe you shouldn't throw fire around in a burnable building.
Why do we care if this room burns down?
You're underground. Well, yeah, you're in it. Also, you're underground.
Okay.
And fire takes up oxygen, which is not so easily replenished when you're underground. So in short, you could very easily asphyxiate yourselves by burning up your breathable air supply.
Yeah, that's gonna take a while, but
It'll take a while, but it is a potential hazard.
Yeah.
Sir,
So
anyway, I could...
we're gonna leave this place standing?
While we're in it?
Okay.
If you want to bring it down after you've left. It's counterintuitive to bring it down on your heads while you're in it. You're trying to escape. Okay, Tuki, you had a question.
I was gonna ask how quickly, especially with the fast hands abilities, that I could push away stuff so that it couldn't spread as quickly or as far.
That would depend on a strength check, because a lot of these are like a lot of these are empty, but they are substantial in size. So
let's give it a shot. I'm
Okay.
not as weak as I thought.
okay, roll it. Strength check.
I mean, it's only 11, but still.
If anyone wants to help, you're welcome to do so.
Hey, that's actually
A
not bad for
14.
her.
A 14. Okay, yeah. We'll say that moving quickly as the flames are sort of taking their sweet time consuming this bigger barrel here, you're able to like sort of applying like your shoulder weight and the residual adrenaline from like getting gouged by that first slither bounder. You push away the bulk and majority of like the immediately spreadable substances around that big barrel. So the flames on the southern half there will no longer spread. They have nowhere else to go.
Awesome.
All right.
I'm just gonna keep doing that if we're not in turn base.
Question.
Answer.
If a fire in this room would be as deadly for the entire compound as you make it out to be, wouldn't the people running it want to put it out as well?
It would mostly be a problem for this room. Eventually it would run out of wood to burn.
But then you'd have an
Okay.
entire room filled with smoke, and not to mention all the oxygen being leave. It could affect the next few rooms or the rooms behind us.
Yeah, it could create like problems. Like not necessarily immediate instant problems, but they would be issues, and in the event you guys failed, the next people to go through are gonna have to deal with it.
What are you thinking, Boron?
I'm not even here.
Yeah, Boron went to get Donald. It's just
Oh,
not
okay.
represented on the map, so I'm just gonna
Okay, that's what it's
park your ass up here for now.
All right,
So,
that's why I was confused.
Okay, Tristan's just kind of waiting by the exit door. Tuki's pushing things. Ludviek grabbed a rug to like beat out the flames, I guess.
Yeah, I'd like to run back with that rug, and since the southern flames are taken care of, I try to take care of the northern flames.
Okay, I have no idea what we would use for this.
Survival based on like campfire.
Feels like a stretch, but I can't think of anything better, so let's do it.
Oh no!
The rug catches on fire. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, that's...
Heavy
this
armor
one?
users are so
Yeah,
good
saving
in
throw.
dexterity. Ooh, nice.
Okay, you successfully managed to avoid taking 1d4 fire damage from your combusted rug. So you come over, you like beat it twice, and the dry thing is immediately conductive to fire, and it just spreads. Like, oh shit!
That was not a good idea.
So we'll come back to all of that shit in a minute. Boron.
Damn it. I'm gonna go grab Donald with a chair. He's on.
You're just picking up the
Hold
chair.
on tight.
What are you? Okay. I need to open Donald's sheet. Okay. He manages to hold on to the chair
Okay.
as you just like you pull a Goots from FF16 and just haul him out.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, so he's on
And,
your back now. And where are you bringing him?
Well, I wanted to bring him through the burning room.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of started fire.
Oh, goody.
Okay.
All right. So you just go barreling back in, I guess.
Door again.
The door is right here where there's a sort of colored line.
Ah, okay.
I'll reveal a little more there
Yeah.
to make it more obvious that there's a door.
You guys putting the fire out yet? Ah, damn it.
All right, so you've brought Donald into the room. Everyone else, is there anything else you want to do in response to the fire?
I'm just gonna clear the area so that it can't spread and just let it burn out what's there.
Okay.
Any of those barrels still full?
Most of them seem to like just be empty, or if there is anything in them, it's just like decomposed or broken down to the point of being useless.
Okay. Oh well.
All right, so Tuki, continuing on with your thing, another strength check, please. Ludviek, do you want to help her?
Yes, I
Okay.
would. This is this like that was a bad idea. We do something else.
All right. All right, since Tuki took the lead on that, Tuki, you'll get advantage on your strength check. Roll it.
Right.
Okay.
And then you want me to roll too after that?
Nah, you're just giving her advantage.
Ah, okay.
Oh, well, that's much worse.
Yeah. But you got a
You got
17.
Advantage.
Yep, so 17. So with Ludvik's help, sort of bolstering your efforts, you managed to push away the remaining bits of a flammable crate so that there's no risk of the flame spreading through the rest of the room. There's still a bit of material in that large mound that the fire can leach on and spread to, but eventually it'll burn itself out, and everything else is far enough away that it won't consume the whole chamber. So you can effectively leave that fire to run its course, and it'll not be an issue in the long run.
You know, this does make me think perhaps letting this much burn is a good idea, because then if we catch notice of a potential draft, it would be leading to the outside.
Oh, follow the smoke. Good idea.
Damn,
Ludviek,
you have good ideas.
Yeah. By the way, Tuki, you got kind of hurt back there. Are you going to be alright? Do you need some assistance?
Everyone got hurt. Please do not worry about me.
Alright. I'll trust you on that. But if you need any help, you come to me.
I'm gonna sit Donald down again.
Oh. Ooh.
Carefully.
And he stands up after a minute, using the staff to keep himself up. Okay. The beasts are slain then.
Yeah.
Good. Good. The next chamber I don't recall being much of an issue. At least not in terms of hostilities.
Okay.
Honestly, when I was going through, I took the next spot as a place to stop and rest for a bit.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's see.
Alright. Who wants to open the next door?
I'll do it.
All right. Go for it then.
Tristan opens the door.
All right. Tristan, you take the doorknob in your hand. I'm going to roll something real quick. You're fine.
Yippee!
You turn the handle and push it open, and you are greeted to a warmly lit and surprisingly lengthy corridor with, like, little compartments off to either side. You see a central supporting pillar about halfway down. It's a surprisingly sizable space. I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal. Boop.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's big
Indeed.
with multiple doors. Not a fucking letter again.
Indeed. Ludviek, as you step into the room and cast your eyes about off to the left, you see what looks to be a dinner table, 4 chairs tucked up around it, and another note waiting for you. It doesn't take a genius to figure out that it's probably from your keeper.
Another letter from Secret Admirer. Alright, let's see what it is. I read it aloud for the rest.
Yep. So, picking it up, it reads, I told you you were stinky. The Bounders were positively starving for something to eat. It didn't much matter to them if you were bigger and tougher than them. They needed meat, and you came offering. I do hope their nasty teeth didn't tear apart too much before you got through. That would have just been awkward now, wouldn't it? But why don't you take a few minutes and rest? Have a look around, take a load off, sit, breathe, relax, have a laugh. You've been through so much. You deserve to have a little fun. You know, I used to sleep in these old places. Sometimes I still do between the games. So many memories of the times before, when one was good and I was too, and my blood had yet to hit the carpet. Sad days were had here. Sad, sad days. Did you write the numbers down? Well, as it so happens, that was only half of them. Here are some more, just in case they mean something. 2S, 2E, 3N, 1E. Just don't let it all go to the top of your head. Big egos are so comically unattractive, and yet I still find men knocking on my door lusting for me. Silly fools. They're all on the floor now. Their screams were far more satisfying than their sighs. And I'll show it to you all so you can refer back to it as need be.
This is one crazy bitch.
Yeah. Yes. One crazy bitch indeed.
With his carpentry experience, Boron is gonna use his axe to make a couple of wedges from the wood that is lying around here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and see if the doors that lead to this room are opening to the inside or the outside.
Okay. Well, are you talking about like these doors and these little cubbies?
That was the idea.
All right. Which one do you want to try?
I'm not trying to open them, but I'm gonna take a look at them.
Okay. Looking at them, it seems like they open inward into the rooms themselves.
Very good. Then I'm gonna put a couple of wedges under them.
Okay.
Hammer them in.
All right.
Same with this one.
Okay. May I ask what the purpose of this activity is?
I'm just not... I don't want to get disturbed.
It sounds like he's trying to prevent the doors from opening, from swinging back in, and to make the room secure is what it sounds like.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Fair enough.
While he does that, then I guess it sounds like we're taking a... Does it sound like everyone wants to take a short rest or a long rest?
Short rest. For me.
This space would be, I will just go ahead and say it, this space is safe for a short rest. If you as a group want to take it.
Alright.
It'd be an hour of just catching your breath, tending any injuries, etc.
Alright. Well then, if that's true, then I'm going to use a spell on Tuki.
Which spell?
Come on. Trying to get the dang thing to load. There we go.
If you're doing
This
Cure
one.
Wounds, a short rest will restore hit points, you know.
Oh, it does?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, sorry, I was going off of advanced logic where, no, the only way you heal is by... Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no. Short rest will restore, will restore HP equal, like, however many of your hit die you want to roll, and you have a number of hit die equal to your level, so.
All right, well then, all right.
So unless Tuki
instead...
rolls magnificently badly, then Tuki can absolutely fully heal on an hour-long short rest, and you don't have to waste a spell slot.
Can I roll medicine to make sure everyone has advantage for that heal, then?
I mean, that's not quite how it works. You just roll your hit die, and you get back that many hit points.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, it's not a advantage thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
it's just flat healing.
I'd like to check and see then if Tuki has any more signs, like, a while ago, said, oh, you may have some sort of rust disease or whatnot. I want a medicine check to see if, like, she's showing any symptoms.
Okay, you can make a medicine check, like, if everyone is in agreement on a short rest.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
okay.
Yes.
Tuki?
Yeah, I'm fine with taking a short rest.
All right. So as you sort of come into this room, Donald looks around. The table and chairs were in a different spot last time I came through. Must have rearranged things since my run. All right, so over the course of that hour, everyone, you can you take your short rest. You can hit the short rest button, and I believe it'll do something equivalent to a short rest.
Does Ludviek get anything with a 22 medicine check on me?
I'll get to that in a bit. I'd like to get everyone's like hit die rolls out of the way first.
Yeah, clicking short rest doesn't do anything on my end. Probably because all my abilities are long rest related.
Probably. Okay, so just what is your hit die again?
Oh dear God!
Reroll ones.
No!
Reroll ones. On this, I'll let you reroll one. Like, it's a minimum of 1, I'll say. So no matter what, you get at least a hit point back.
Yippee!
Okay, Tristan's back up to max.
Where's hit die again? Damn.
I mean, as a paladin. Okay, so Ludvik's back up to full.
Okay, so
gonna
if I
use my
reroll once,
second wind.
Okay, like it's at least a minimum of 1, so it's like.
So
yes.
a total of 6 back for me. Oh my God! I chose this.
I mean, it's on brand. It's in character for a Kraven. All right, so now with that medicine check from Ludviek, you are monitoring Tuki very, very carefully over the course of the next hour or so, as you're all sort of sitting down to get some rest and just catch your breath. Give me a second, because I need to check a thing. Wait, nope, that is the wrong disease. Okay, so. Over the course of that hour, Tuki, make for me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
The best.
That's gonna be a 2.
2 for Tuki. Over the course of the next hour, while major symptoms are yet to start setting in, Tuki, you do start to feel like a stiffness starting to like develop in like your jaw and throat muscles, a bit of an ache. It's very minor at the moment, but it wasn't there before. It's not normal, and just something in the back of your mind is telling you something's wrong, so.
This is probably just my reminder to drink more water.
Are you sure you're feeling all right, my Cloven friend?
I never feel very good.
Well, allow me to help with that then.
All right, gonna expend 5 from your pool to purge disease.
Purge disease. Purge it.
All right, so I'll say for the next several minutes, you pull out your ring stone, put a hand on Tuki's shoulder, and start chanting to your stone, working through the motions and incantations. And in your system, Tuki, it is a bizarre feeling to just have magic worming through your body, doing its thing. But after I'd say about 5 minutes of this, eventually the stiffness and the building sense of something being not right in your mind and in your body starts to subside. And at the end of about 5 minutes, the stiffness that had been building up in your throat is cleared. You have successfully removed tetanus, aka lockjaw, from yourself.
Nice.
Hooray!
Or rather, Ludviek successfully removed it from you.
Huzzah!
I'm getting the impression Ludvik's like almost becoming like Papa Lion to Tuki. It's great. Just like must protect the bird at all cost.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, with your medicine checks that you've just been rolling amazing on this whole time, it'd be pretty obvious she doesn't take care of herself, like, at all.
When we get out of here, we're also making sure you have bath and new clothes.
Bath, new clothes. Bath, new clothes, big meal.
You are being bathed. Scrub, scrub, scrub.
You are being bathed. Do not resist. All right.
Okay. Basically, my second wind can't roll below 4, so I'm at full hit points again, and I got my usage of
second wind back. Right. All right. And while you're all doing that, Donald will take the chance to stretch his legs a bit, and he'll survey the northern end of the room.
Don't do that alone.
If anyone wants to go with him, they're free to.
Yeah.
Got some more relaxed music for your little short rest here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for Boron, as you sort of go with Donald to the northern end of the room, you see a stone archway set into the northernmost wall. And sort of along the supporting struck of the left-hand side of that archway, you see 3 square slots, sort of cubic shape. And the doorway in the archway is yet more solid stone with sort of abstract decorative floral patterns sort of woven into it. And Donald just sort of grunts. When I went through, there are 3 keystones that need to be slotted in. There's not really an order to it, it's just all 3 slots need to be filled. And then the door opens. The problem is I don't know where she would have hidden them in this space, or what traps will be waiting. You can bet there will be traps.
All right.
When I went through, one of the keystones was in, and he gestures to a room off to the right. If you give me a second here, this one over here. He gestures to that door. One of the keystones was hiding in that room, but when I went to pry it free from its place in the floor, it triggered an acid trap. You can kind of still see the scars from it, and he sort of pulls and points to a spot on his emaciated chest, and what you originally thought was just like a bruise is actually like a horrible burn scar from acid burns. But I can't imagine she'll have left that the same, so who knows? Be careful.
Yeah, I think I'll gonna wait for Tuki.
I'm gonna go sit down. My legs still aren't quite up for my full weight. And Donald will just go park himself in a chair down here somewhere.
I'll support him.
All right.
Well, I very much appreciate everything you've done, Ludviek. And Boron, you said you need me for something?
Well, if you're feeling all right, I think we need to search the rooms that lead to the east and west of here.
Okay. Honestly, I feel much better than I have in a very long time, so...
All right.
Just, I'm gonna go and help you.
Alright.
I barred these doors here, so nothing can barge in. And I'm gonna pry the wedges out again.
All right.
But I'm gonna keep them.
All right. Before we go much further, because you gave us like your little half-hour warning on time remaining a little bit ago, I feel like with this short rest would be a good stopping point. And exploring the rest of these chambers can be next time, I think. Shorter session because we started so late. Hopefully we'll start on time next time, but I'd like to not like be halfway through exploring these rooms and then have to stop due to time. I'd rather these rooms be like, these rooms are all like a coherent unit. They're like all thematically linked.
That's fair.
Makes sense.
So I'd rather they all be one big thing. So we will attend to them next time. That was a nice little moment at the end there with that short rest. We are making good progress. This is turning out to take much longer than I was expecting it to, which tends to happen anytime I make something. I underestimate the duration and overestimate my ability to make something short.
I'm reminded of the last time I ran a campaign and I was like, here, I'm going to make this little quick dungeon here for a little bit of flavor, and it was like that was the next 3 sessions, and it's like, okay, here's this big giant block of everything they have to go to, and they've already beaten it before I finish the sentence.
Right, that's just how it goes. For me, I think a big part of my problem is that I like making my places make sense. Like if I a lot of the time if I make like a dungeon that's meant to be like you're going into a castle, my stupid ass has to make it actually make sense as a structure. There has to be a place for people to sleep. There has to be a bathroom, a kitchen, a mess hall. There has to be, you know, fucking ways to get around. It has to make logical sense or it's going to baffle anyone how this castle hasn't fallen already. There needs to be a place where the portcullises can be raised, the storage places, armories, all of these things that a player is never going to want to interact with in a traditional D&D dungeon crawl because it has nothing to do with the adventure, but because I try to tell, like, believable stories and not just a procession of traps. Oftentimes, I have to make things realistic, and they get big. The only reason this place isn't
interesting.
Yeah, this place is deliberately designed by a character in universe to just be a dungeon crawl. This is why it's like that, but it still wound up being long.
Okay.
Because I underestimate how long it takes to get through these rooms.
Also, we are being very cautious.
That too. I made you guys paranoid with the first chambers.
Well, you guys know the Pathfinder 2 starting adventure. This, I believe it's Menace under Otari or something.
I'm not familiar with that. I haven't played Pathfinder 2e yet. I want to at least try it, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
It's a dungeon that is usually finished in 1, maybe 2 sessions. 3 if you're exceedingly slow. And we are on our 9th session now.
Christ.
I once played in a couple sessions as like a little guest character in a game, and one of those 2 sessions was like the DM like, okay, here's what I have planned, and the players went, what if instead, for the entire duration of this 5-hour session, we just talked around a fire?
I mean, yeah, that happens sometimes.
It's cool.
I'm going to go ahead and close out the recording here. If this is on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in and listening. And we'll pick this up next time, shorter session because we started late. Hopefully next time will be full duration. But yeah, until we pick this up, take care of yourselves, don't be a dick, and keep listening, people. Bye-bye.